Okay, girls, so I am going to show you why you feel like, I guess, your business is falling apart every single time your kids get sick, or when you go on holiday, or when you have moments of doubt, or when you just, I guess, feel like, what's the word? Like you just feel like you don't want to show up this week. This is what's happening to your business, okay? So I'm going to show you two different examples. I'm going to show you what I think you're building your business on now, and then what you should be focusing on moving forward, okay? So first up is we're going to draw a triangle, all right? Now, excuse my handwriting and excuse my drawing. I am kind of artsy, but I'm just going to draw a triangle to start with, okay? So here's our little triangle. And then I'm going to label this triangle, okay? So first up, we've got motivation. Then we've got mindset. And then we've got momentum. Now, if you've been here for a while, you will hear me talking about momentum a lot, okay? So momentum is so important in your business. Like, I like to use the word momentum instead of using the word consistency and frequency. Like, I say those words a lot too, but I think if you rewire it as momentum, then you will start to understand it a little bit better, and it won't feel like you're a failure or life gets in the way, all right? But let's look at our triangle first. We've got our triple M triangle. Oh my God, I just spelled triple wrong. Triple M triangle, okay? And in this beautiful middle here is your business, okay? Your beautiful photography business over here. Okay, now this looks great, right? This triangle looks steady, it looks perfect. Like, they built fucking pyramids off of this triangle, right? But the problem is that this triangle only works when you're regulated, when you're motivated, when you're in a good mood, when it's not that time of the month, when your kids are healthy and they're at school and they're not bombarding your work days. I don't know, when your baby's actually sleeping, when you're getting sleep, when you're doing all these things. Like, think about when you show up online and when you show up for your business, you're usually in a good mood, right? You're usually like, today's a good day, I'm gonna jump on my stories and yada, yada, yada. This only works when you work, when this is working. And if I'm completely honest with you, like, we're all human beings and we do not feel our best all the time. So this is not a very good business model to base our business around, because watch what happens. Where's my rubber? Eraser. Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna use this towel. Oh, this would look a lot better with my eraser, but I don't fucking know where I put it and I just had it a second ago. Watch what happens when we rub out our mindset, okay? So we're having a bad day. We're feeling a little bit depresso. Maybe our coffee machine's not working. Maybe we didn't sleep that night. Maybe our kids are driving us nuts, okay? We rub out our mindset. And do you see this triangle? What would happen if you took out a side of a triangle? Do you know what happens? Okay, it crumbles, it falls over, it collapses, okay? So this is what you're probably noticing when you're not in the mood, when your mindset isn't in it, your triangle is collapsing, okay? So you stop showing up, you stop doing all the things that you love to do for your business, you stop doing all the things that matter because your mind's not in it, all right? And maybe this has happened because you've done a shoot in some shitty lighting. Oh, there's my eraser. Anyway, you've done a shoot in some shitty lighting and you're really struggling to edit it. So then that mindset starts to dip away and you start to get those thoughts of doubt and fear creeping in, being like, maybe I'm not good enough to do this. So you lose the belief in yourself and in your work, and then your momentum starts to drop, right? And then your motivation drops. So you lose both of these sides when this side disappears, all right? Now I'm gonna draw it back in for you. So we're having a good day. Our mindset is back on. We're feeling good. Our triangle's back, okay? We're showing up again today because it's Friday. We're going away this weekend and we're in a super good mood. But then what happens when we lose a little bit of motivation? Let's rub this bad boy out. Oh, can you hear that? Oh, that makes me cringe. Anyway. So we've lost our motivation. I don't know, you're tired, you're burnt out, and you don't feel excited. You're finding it really hard to get excited about your business. So then you lose your momentum. So then you don't take action and your posts start slipping. You stop posting, you stop showing up on your stories, you stop talking about your offers because the energy's gone and you've lost it, all right? And then your confidence drops because you're not seeing results because you're not doing anything to get results, okay? And then what happens to your triangle again? So your triangle again, it crumbles and it falls over, all right? So then if I draw back in the motivation, okay, we're back to feeling good, okay? We're in a new week, it's Monday, we're ready to roll, like everything, we had a great weekend away and Monday's back and we're like, let's get into this, okay? So our triangle's back in action. We're back to feeling good. And we spent like 6 hours planning out some posts and they did nothing for us, okay? We got no leads, we got fuck all engagement from them, and then we start to go, okay, well, what's the fucking point of this? Because then when this starts to dip, your motivation starts to fade, because you start to think like, what's the point of me doing all of this if it's not getting me anywhere? And then your mindset will tank too, because then you start to feel like, am I even good at this? Like, what is the point? Like, am I even cut out for this? And we lose our whiteboard. Oh my God. We lose our momentum, all right? And then again, our triangle. Do you see how every time we draw this momentum back in, do you see how every time we erase one of these sides of our triangle, our business falls apart? Because this triangle, all these sides are leaning on each other, and this triangle requires us to be feeling good for it to not feel like our business falls apart. I'm going to add some weights on top of this triangle, okay? So, I didn't really leave enough room. I'm gonna redraw it. Okay, so then what happens if I start to stack some real life weight on top of this triangle, okay? So I'm gonna draw some barbells on here because we know I love the gym. Okay, so we're stacking on our weights, all right? Got some weights. Our content flopped. And we spent heaps of time on it and it did nothing, right? Our kid woke up with a fever, can't go to daycare, fuck. Okay, we've lost a work day. We've got, oh God, no new leads this week. Leads with a D, Emily. And I don't know, we didn't sleep last night because our baby cried all night, all right? So we're starting to stack some real life scenarios on top of our business model. What do you think is gonna happen? I don't know if you've ever tried to balance anything on a triangle, right? But it's either going to get crushed or the weights are all just gonna fall over and knock it over, okay? These things contribute to all three of these things. So whether we rub out motivation, whether we rub out mindset, or whether we rub out our momentum, which can be affected by all these real life things, our triangle, like this, is just gonna come and crush our triangle, okay? It's all gone up in flames. And then we have to start from zero again, okay? We have to start from scratch. These real life things are not the problem. These are things that we cannot avoid, we're never going to be able to avoid, and we're never going to be able to change. So when we build a business that relies on us feeling good and these things not happening in our life, things that we can't plan for, that's when it's gonna crumble and it's not gonna work. The problem is that you've built a business model that doesn't build in real life, all right? And we can keep on adding, we can add some kettlebells, like maybe we've gone to Bali for 2 weeks. I'm left-handed, so that looks like dog shit, but maybe we've gone to Bali for 2 weeks and we're like, we're not working at all, right? We're not gonna do anything, we're just gonna go to Bali, which when you plan your business properly, you can do that, right? You can go to Bali, maybe you can like post a couple of stories whilst you're there enjoying your holiday, or maybe you can just log out for the 2 weeks and know that your business is working for you in the background. But when we build it on this triangle, this triple M triangle, that's not the case. Instead of trying to keep your triangle every single week, trying to keep it going and keep the momentum in your mindset in check and your motivation, let me show you how you can build your business so that this doesn't happen. So that when you add your weights, things still hold, okay? So I'm gonna put that in the next video. So if you like this, watch the next one. It's coming straight after this one, okay?